Okay, we're good to go. So I think with like last Grisaia stream, I was interacting with the secretly depressed Michiru because yeah, she seems to have like two personalities going. So I continue, obviously. I'm pretty sure it's this save we gotta continue from. Let me double check. But I'm pretty sure it is this one. Definitely not that, not that. Not this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does have to be this one right here. 25th of September. Makes sense to me. What kind of business exactly? Yuji? You were there? Say something next time. Don't just lurk around. Since that day, Michiru seems to have gotten back into her normal rhythm, even cracking jokes at my expense. Everything isn't quite back to the way it was before, but she seems to have gradually regained her balance. Better watch out or something weird might happen to the tips of your toes. Twisted toes? That's nothing. Heard a story once about a journalist who got abducted by a terrorist group. They broke out the pliers and... Alright then, I guess that's enough of that story. I swear, you throw out these cruel stories at the most random times. What are you, Cruelty Colossus Cruel 3? I saw that one! Seriously? Cruel exists? Doesn't he? Amani, that one totally exists, right? Maybe I just dreamed it? Can't say as I know either way. What? Come on. My dreams have been operating without proper oversight. I expected better from you. Why do I have to oversee your dreams on top of everything else? Also, I have no idea how that would even work. I'm sure Sachin will do it for me. Sheesh, alright then. I'm going to take a little shopping trip. What do you want? Nothing in particular. Michiru, stay here. What? What is this? The details are unclear. Keep quiet and stand by at your present location. Don't make me repeat myself again. Yeah. That scream from outside sounded like Sakaki. Hope it's nothing serious, but... Sakaki, where are you? Respond. Damn it, where is she? Sakaki! What is it? What happened? It fell. It fell? What fell? All of a sudden. Out of the sky. Out of the sky? A cat. You say? A cat fell. I was slightly... well... I followed Sakaki's gaze to find a familiar black cat bounding lightly away to a nearby hedge. Must have been wandering around this area looking for Michiru. That's Michiru's cat, isn't it? You're familiar with it? Don't tell me the surprise was deliberate. No, you're misunderstanding. This was almost certainly pure coincidence. You most likely happened to pass by just as it was jumping down from a high place nearby. I doubt the cat did it out of malice either. I see. Well, that's fine. I must say, though, that was a bit of a shock. Okay. What seems to be the problem here? What can I do? Huh? What? I thought I ordered you to stay at your post, maggot. Why did you disobey me? Isn't that obvious? I'm not your henchman or anything. I don't have to follow your orders if I don't want to. True enough, but you can't deny there was a possibility of real danger. That's why I told you to stay where you were. I really hope you can figure that much out for yourself. Shut up, you. I mean, yeah, that's true, but... Shut up. Anyway, what's the problem? A cat suddenly fell from the sky. A cat from the sky? A sky cat? Eh? I see. Okay, Yumiko. I put my tsundere brain to work on this problem, and I've arrived at a plausible theory. It's just a theory, so don't get upset if I'm wrong, okay? Maybe it was just the rain? Sorry, yes indeed. You wouldn't mistake raindrops for a cat, would you? I mean, a cat's a cat, right? No way you could confuse those. In the first place, it seems the cat in question belongs to you, Matsushima-san. Is that true? Absolutely not. I don't even have a cat for your information. Anyway, where did Kitty Meow, I mean, that hole in the ground go? Hole in the ground. You can tell the difference between a cat and the rain, but not between a cat and the pothole? What? Of course I know that. Cats and holes are totally different, right? I mean, what are you even talking about? Seriously. There are so many things I don't understand right now. Oh, really does look like a comfortable perch, doesn't it? That cat was your pet after all. That cat? What do you mean? Which cat? Oh, the one that's right on fucking top of your head? The one currently sitting on top of your head for all to see. The comfortably perched one. Just for the sake of argument, let's just say it is. What about it? For one thing, we're not allowed to keep pets at this school. In that case, you're wrong. In that case? Yumiko. What you're seeing is nothing more than illusion. There's no such thing as cats. I'm fairly sure cats do exist, actually. No, they don't. Only dogs exist in this world. There's never been any cats. Cats are just a myth. In an apparent attempt to protect her cat, Michiru begins to lay out a rather radical new theory. She's probably thinking Sakaki might talk to the administration and get the animal taken away from her. I see. Let's say for the sake of argument that it's not a cat. In that case, what is currently sitting on top of your head? It's all an illusion, therefore there's nothing on top of my head. You're simply hallucinating. There's nothing to see, nothing to hear. It just meowed, you know. No, it didn't! Not even a little! It just meowed again. Twice, in fact. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Yes, okay, maybe it did. In that case, it's a curse. Right. A cat curse was cast on my cranium. Because of the curse, it looks like there's a cat on my head. All of a sudden, my head feels so heavy. The curse's power is amazing. I think I have to be going, so... She just declared the cats don't exist, and now she's insisting on a cat curse. The word inconsistent in itself is rendered meaningless in the face of this girl's irrationality. Michiru, my friend, if you're going to keep a pet cat, then at least try to be stealthy about it. I'm not keeping a cat. It's just a curse. Very common these days. Din-din? Is it din-din time? Hold on just a second, will you? Jeez. That girl really does whatever she wants. Tell me, Kazami-kun. Has Matsushima-san suffered any strong impacts to the head lately? Haven't heard anything of the sort. In that case, I do believe I'll have to treat her with a little more sympathy from now on. No. A good deal more. And so Michiru's more or less back to her old energetic self. If anything, I think her incomprehensibility factor may have even increased slightly. I do understand. The girl's forcing out a show of cheerfulness to mask the continued instability of her own emotions. And more simply, she's excited by her new pet. That said, no matter what the circumstances may be, the solution in cat curse strategy strikes me as more than a little wince-worthy, even by Michiru's standards. Guess I'll see if Chizuru can get me the standard cat vaccines. There's no telling what sort of viruses or infections a stray might have picked up. In some cases, feline intestinal worms can infect human beings. Michiru's stomach is weak at the best of times, so a little caution seems warranted. Have to be careful about being too nice, though. Don't need a certain capricious creature getting emotionally attached to me. There's only one truth, but the same facts will inevitably be interpreted in wildly different ways depending on the viewpoint of the observer. The winner writes the history books, and they always come out looking pretty good. If you're searching for the absolute truth, you got no choice but to wade through various accounts with a critical eye, painstakingly piecing together a more neutral perspective. But even then, cleverly distorted information can often throw your puzzle into a confused jumble. So how about this? Instead of sifting through everything you can find, dramatically restrict your sources of information. Ignore the third parties entirely and talk only to those who are directly involved. In most cases, that's simply not practical, but every once in a great while, it's an effective strategy. Coming in. Oh, Principal, long time no see. If it isn't Kazami-kun, what's up? Need something? Or maybe you just want to see my face? No, I see your face in my dreams every night. A real nice expression on it too, if you know what I mean. Do I even want to know? So even if Michiru's rude, he's still gonna keep on flirting with the principal? Okay then. Or joking around at least. Sorry to barge in like this, but there was actually something I was hoping you could get from me. That's a joke. Alright then, explain the nature of your problem. Were you assigned some job where the provisioned equipment might prove insufficient? I do my job with the tools I'm given. This concerns my private life. It's a bit of a surprise to even hear you talking about a private life. I'd like you to get me a dose of combination vaccine for a cat and some flea medication while you're at it. I thought I'd noticed a stray hanging around the campus lately. Is that your pet, Kazami-kun? I'm on a leash myself. Why would I do the same to an animal? Maybe you could stick a homing device in its collar and play hide-and-go-seek. Anyway, I want to give that cat one of those 3-in-1 shots at the very least. And just for safety's sake, can you get it tested for the common diseases? I'll get a blood sample for you. Hold on a second, who's going to be paying for this? I'm afraid our budget isn't quite that flexible. Wait a minute, doesn't Makina's family fund the school and they have, like, shitloads of money, so... I'm surprised that wouldn't be in their budget. True enough, I guess. But since it's you asking, as a personal favor, I'll get you a 5-in-1 combination vaccine myself. Please take care of the rest of the private veterinarian. Unlike you, I'm not a professional jack of all trades, remember? I'll see you in my dreams. Hold on just one second here. Did you really go out of your way to come here just for that? Isn't there something else you want to ask? The woman can see right through me at times. I suppose it's about Michiru. The cat belongs to her, by the way. Matsushima-san, eh? I thought it might have been something like that. What have you learned about her so far, Kazami-kun? She's an extremely moody woman. Also, she sleeps in a room saturated with the sugary smell of cheap, artificially colored candies. Hold on a second, Kazami-kun. Please tell me you weren't up to any funny business in her room! Well, not so far. Nothing to worry about. I paid a brief visit because I had something to discuss with her, that's all. That's fine, but do refrain from potentially problematic actions. You want a normal school life, right? Anyway, I'm willing to tell you what I know about Matsushima-san, within reason, if you're interested in knowing, of course. Does Chizuru have the answers I've been looking for? Honestly, I'd be grateful. That said, you can't exactly email me your records, I assume. But I do trust you, Kazami-kun. Let me ask you something. Does Michiru... Come on, kitty meow! Wait up! You've got a dumpling stuck to your back. I'll get it! I'll take it off you, so stop! Seems like quite the energetic cat. Anyway, you were saying? But for some reason, I don't feel like asking Chizuru the question anymore. If anyone's going to tell me Michiru's story, it should be Michiru herself. Sorry, I don't think I need that explanation after all. Shouldn't be necessary, really. If Michiru needs my help in some way, I assume she'll come to me herself. Decide to remain a spectator, then. If that's what you want, it's fine by me. Sorry to waste your time. Oh, I thought we were gonna get some information on Michiru's backstory, but no, we just dipped on the principal. By asking Chizuru, I probably could have obtained a decent amount of new information. But when I remember Michiru quivering under a blanket, I think I made the right choice just now. I can't help but feel that learning about Michiru's background without her knowledge would be a betrayal of sorts. And that was also, like, what he was going on about at the start of that chapter. If you want, like, true information, don't bother asking any third parties, go straight to the source. That, like, Chizuru being a third party. A few days later, after loading the vaccine Chizuru got me into a syringe, I decided to inoculate Michiru's mangy little cat. Problem being, the animal in question seems to despise me. Maybe it's picking up on the lingering scent of blood? Instinct of hostility against a fellow predator? Either way, it's a problem. Making a dog behave itself is comparatively easy. They're generally not used to heights, so I'll plop it down on an elevated operating table, and it'll be too busy quaking with fear to thrash around. But cats outright enjoy sharply differentiated terrain. Subduing a feline requires different methods. If you cover their eyes and hold them steady, they'll generally settle down. Same goes for most animals, really. That said, there's no point in covering the animal's head in a paper sack and suffocating it, which leaves me with the most fundamental strategy of all. Pure physical restraint. How many minutes did it take to get that cat down? Huh? What? What's that noise? What the? Flash. Thunder? Oh, hey Yushi, what's up? Tell me, do you have a laundry net? Oh, Tony, hi. I know, real change of pace. I'm continuing through to Grisaia here. So I assume he's going to use the laundry net to restrain the cat because he has to give it vaccinations, so, like, the students at this academy don't get infected. Yeah, one of them's keeping the cat as a pet, so he's trying to get it, like, vaccinated for diseases. Don't tell me you're embarrassed to have to wash your underwear or something. That's not the issue here. I need the net to minimize potential damage. Are you going to lend it to me or not? Damage to what? I mean, yeah, I'll lend it to you. There's no need to get all snippy. Alright, there you go. Sorry. Appreciate it. So, what are you washing? I'm not washing anything. Alright, see you later. What's that supposed to mean? Don't tell me. Huh? A male brassiere? Yuji's wearing the notorious male bra on a daily basis, but he's so ashamed that he watches it secretly? Is that what's going on here? I'm getting the impression that I have left Amane with a fairly serious misunderstanding. But I have other priorities that take precedence right now. I can correct her delusions at a later date. Even among trained veterinarians, many have difficulty handling cats. Strays in particular tend to bite and claw. Need to be careful. Oh, and the lips barely move sometimes. So I can never tell if they're actually talking or if it's some kind of inner monologue. Well, they are talking. You're around here, aren't you? Come on out. I make a conspicuous rustling sound with a bag of powder, and before long the cat wanders out of the brush to investigate. I bend down and hold out my hand. Most cats have a habit of sniffing at fingertips when they're made available. The black cat isn't particularly fond of me, but the scent of the powder does work. It walks up cautiously, bringing its nose to my fingers. And in that instant, your fate was sealed. Taking advantage of the cat's momentary carelessness, I pluck it up off the ground by the scruff of its neck and toss it into the laundry net I brought from Amane. Drake of the 99 Dragons. I don't think I've seen that AVGN review yet. I mean, I've definitely seen, like, most of the classic ones. I mean, I've probably been missing out on some of the more modern ones. As for those of you who still have complaints, I'll listen once you've liberated every pet on Earth from their collars and converted America to the vegan diet. Until then, surely I have better things to be worried about. Calm yourself, animal. I mean, no harm. It's a simple vaccination. Sometimes there are side effects, but rarely worse than a high fever. You won't die, trust me. That's right, go limp. Not like you can escape anyway. Here goes. I take out a nylon cosmetics pouch from my pocket. Naturally, there's no paint and makeup inside. This just happened to be ideally sized to inconspicuously store a certain pen-shaped syringe. Taking out the item in question, I carefully jabbed the needle into my furry foe's flank. Good boy. Don't worry, you'll be over soon. Relax. What are you doing to Kitty Meow? What? Hey, Yuji, what's the big idea? Animal abuse is not okay! Damn straight. I was completely off guard. To think I let you people of all people take my back. The disgrace is unbearable. Go ahead, kill me. I'm not gonna kill you. No killing, but don't bully that guy, you understand? Apparently agitated by the arrival of its owner, the black cat violently rips open the net and leaps to freedom. Look how mad he is. What did you do to the poor little guy? Jeez. Nothing bad. Don't worry about it. You wrapped him up in a net and you're telling me don't worry about it? You think that sorry excuse for an explanation is gonna fly with me? Next time you try this, you won't get off so easy. For some reason, I find myself answering Michiru's questions with the cosmetics bag and syringe held behind my back. I get the message. Sorry about that. Convey my apologies to your cat as well. It's not like he's my cat or anything. Alright, Kitty Meow. Let's get out of here. Seems I've reinforced the cat's enmity toward me. Haven't done myself any favors in Michiru's book either. In retrospect, I might as well have told her the truth, but the words just didn't come out. Maybe I've been spending too much time around the girl. Her pseudo-tsundere seems like it might be rubbing off on me personally. That game had grammar errors at the end. That wasn't the only thing that was wrong with it. And then there was one statement that was grammatically correct, but just plain wrong. You have completed a great game. I think, like, one of the few statements that was grammatically correct was just simply wrong. Hello there. You seen Amane around? Yes, I did. I'd appreciate if you told me where she is. She's returned to her room. I see. I guess I'll head over there. Kasami-san? Well, I know full well this is presumptuous of me, but please let me say something. Whoever, whatever you choose to be, you're still Kasami-san to me. In this day and age, it's hardly so strange for a man to wear a brassiere. No, it's perfectly natural. If anything, I understand it's almost stranger not to wear one, yes? I see, so that's what this is about. Indeed it is. Can you provide me with your cup size and such? I'll gladly prepare a brassiere that will fit you perfectly, but I'll need the band and bust. Ah, do you know what those are? The band I'm referring to measures the circumference just under the... Listen, Sachi, that was a misunderstanding of Amane's. Pure fantasy. There's no truth to what you're imagining. I'll forget all about this, but there's one thing I want you to remember, please. Whoever, whatever you are, I, Kamei Sachi, will always respect you. Nice to hear. I have to admit, though, the look of pain determination in your eyes and the way you're chewing your lower lip leave me with slightly mixed feelings. Whoever, whatever you are, I, Kamei Sachi, will always... What a joke. Forget it, Sachi. Certainly. I'll do that. Amane, you in there? What's up? Need something? The net I borrowed from you ended up getting torn to shreds. Sorry about that. I'll get you an equivalent replacement later. Don't even worry about that, okay? Sure, when it's one made for a guy, I guess there might be a lot of wires and stuff. Only natural for the net to get torn once in a while, right? I don't wear a bra. Huh? I didn't say you do. Sorry. I guess I made it sound like you do. Yuji, my bad. But you do. So hey, what's your cup size? How's it feel when you're wearing it? I'm telling you, I don't wear a bra, woman. Come on, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Well? Well? I grab Mane's hand and push it firmly up against my chest. What do you think? Nice pecs. That's not what I'm asking. Does it feel like I'm wearing a bra? No, it doesn't. Glad we come to an understanding. I'll be going now. But if you decide you want to wear one, I'll pick one out for you, okay? For crying out loud, there are countless varieties of awkward misunderstandings in the world, but this one has really distinguished itself on the mentally draining scale. Like a cheap LCD screen, the truth changes color based on your perspective. Best to view it from a fixed angle, find a few sources you can trust, and stick to them. Even actions you take with the best of intentions can be easily warped through misinterpretation and strange misdeeds. Happens every day, in fact. I sink into the sofa and heave a heavy sigh. A certain playwright once wrote that any sorrow is tempered if you have a friend to share it. And there's a long-standing British proverb to the effect of, wine and friends only get better with age. But is there any truth to these claims? I'm not so sure myself. Let's say you set out on a trip lugging around a few bags. You'll probably experience some level of anxiety about them being lost or stolen, right? In that case, wouldn't it have been more pleasant to bring nothing at all? All the more so if you're carrying something truly precious. Isn't it better to lock the things you treasure away in a safe box? Or perhaps not to treasure anything in the first place? I'm sitting in the lobby indulging in some after-dinner reading when Amane walks up with Makina in tow. I lift my eyes from the summer of doors and ask if they need something. This is a little awkward. I'm going home tomorrow and I just realized I completely forgot to tell you, Yuji. Nothing wrong with using summer vacation to see your family. I don't see any reason you should apologize to me. Sure, but I've been making you dinner and everything, you know? I won't be around to do that for a while. Not a problem. As long as I have beans to eat, I won't die. That might be fine with you, but it kind of worries me. You gotta eat healthy food or you won't grow up big and strong, you know? Are you making light of the nutritive qualities of beans, woman? Oh, peerish the thought. All I'm saying is that eating them all the time can't be that good for you. Balance in all things, right? Didn't you ever learn the food pyramid in school? Piecing together your meals from all the groups, right? Pretty sure they retired that as too inflexible and too restrictive a guideline. Really? I'm just saying a balanced diet is important. Well, don't worry about it. I think I'll get one way or the other. Now that I look, Makina's latched onto Amane's sleeve, her small shoulders trembling. Combined with her diminutive frame, she looks remarkably like a lost child at the moment. What's wrong, Makina? You that broken up over Amane leaving for a while? I know you two are practically sisters, but... That ain't it. I'm lonely because I won't be able to see you, Oni-chan. What do you mean by that? Amane gently strokes Makina's head a few times and gives me an exaggerated shrug of the shoulders. Thought I'd bring her back with me. How admirable. You're an exemplary guardian, you know that? Those idiots who get caught up by playing basketball and forget their children in the car can learn a thing or two from you. Oh, that's Space Cats DVD. Turns out that just came with the one episode already found as well as a few unrelated cartoons. So, no new episodes, and then just a few other random cartoons that may or may not be, like, obscure. So, how recently was it actually found in that guy's house? What about Michiru? Who's Michiru? Hold it right there. It's me, of course. Me! Ah, her! Well, dunno. Pass. Hey, pass on what? Is that a no comment? Hold on, why are you ignoring me? You know, she's probably feeling lonely about not seeing you for a few weeks. That's why she's acting all tough, right? Yeah, sure. She really doesn't sound convinced. Anyway, what are you even talking about here? The girl must have heard her name in passing and reflexively inserted herself into the conversation. The ability to talk for that long without a clue about the topic could be, like, sort of a talent in its own right. True, the more impressive feat here is the total lack of comment regarding the cat perched on Michiru's head, but that's one's less attributable to Michiru's talents than our well-honed ignoring skills. Seems Amane is going home as of tomorrow, and she's taking Makina with her. That's so? Do take care on the... What? Seriously? I told you this last week, Michiru, just forgot to mention it to Yuji. Now that you mention it, I didn't hear the first thing about that. Blah. No, I definitely told you. You probably just weren't paying attention. Maybe. Wait, you're taking Machina with you too? I didn't know that it also came with an episode of Super Dog Lika-chan, a 90s anime. Which definitely does sound Japanese to me when I first look over the title. That's the plan, Stan. I see. Well, I guess you might enjoy yourselves for a few days. 2 weeks, actually. 2 weeks! That's how it is, Michiru. Look after Oni-chan for us. I couldn't care less about Yuji. Okay then, we gotta get ready. See you guys later. Laters! Well, fine. The dorm might get a little lonely, but I guess them's the breaks. The rest of us will just have to live it up that much more. Just as the words are leaving Michiru's mouth, Sachi passes by the lobby, sweeping the passage with vigorous movements with her broom. Good timing. I'm coming! Betraying no surprise at the disturbing greeting, Sachi carefully leans her broom against the wall before trotting over to us. Conscientious as always. Yes, Michiru-sama. Is there something I can do for you? Incidentally, I believe I'm coming was a rather problematic choice of phrase. On multiple levels. 2 months ago, it was found by Turnman McQuack's cousin. Yeah, their cousin found him, not Turnman himself. Why? Well, that's not important right now. You here? Seems like Amane and Machina are heading home tomorrow. The two of them told me as much. Okay, good. Anyway, it's gonna get a little lonely around here without them, so I was wondering if you could get us some party supplies. I see. Party supplies, is it? By which you mean playful items such as plastic glasses complete with nose and mustache? Or perhaps those brightly colored conical hats? Right, that's what I'm talking about. That sort of stuff gets things going more than you'd expect, you know? Yay! Buffalo game! Or whatever. Certainly. Well, then I'll purchase a number of Duck Soup Go Groucho-kun Model 4 Deluxe nose glasses. From 2017 or afterwards, so still was produced fairly recently, I take it, right? Make sure you get 4, okay? 1 for me, 1 for Yuji, 1 for you, and 1 for Yumiko. I beg your pardon, Michiru-sama, but... What? The money? Don't worry, I'll pay. I know things can get ugly if you're not clear about that stuff from the start. It's nothing so dubious as that. As a matter of fact, I happen to be returning to my relative's home tomorrow as well, so I believe 3 sets of glasses will be sufficient. Ah! Seriously? But why? There are a variety of complex circumstances involved, but to summarize in a single sentence, because they asked me to. Guess there's nothing we can do about that. Can't just turn them down if they asked. Got it. Oof. In that case, the 3 of us will have to take it easy at maximum intensity. 2 sets should be plenty, Sachi. I'm not going to partake. What? What are you saying all of a sudden? 2? It'll obviously be better to have plenty of spares, right? I request 4 sets. How many should I prepare? 4 sets! 2. Certainly. 2 sets it shall be. What, did you just say 2? And then suddenly just got Sachi to just go and agree with 2? Yep. Ah! You just decided things based on some kind of pecking order! There's an order of precedence in all things, Michiru-sama. However, I'll obtain 4 sets for safety's sake, provisioning only 2 initially. I hope that will be sufficient to assuage your fears? Well, true. Going off what I said, I guess that would work too. In that case, I'll go attend to my shopping at once. Seems like it's going to get a good bit quieter around here. Well, yeah, but hey. It's not like we'll be all alone in this big old dorm or anything. We've got Yumiko after all! Yumiko. Yumiko, eh? Well, better than nothing, I guess. Phew, there we are. All set for the trip. With beautiful timing, Sakaki enters stage left with an enormous suitcase. An overseas vacation, perhaps? Michiru watches in utter shock, her mouth flapping in a manner strongly reminiscent of a stunned trout. You're taking a vacation as well, Sakaki? It's only 2 weeks. Oh, what's the matter, Matsushima-san? No, nothing at all. I'm departing tomorrow, so I'd be better to get to sleep early tonight. Michiru, my friend. Yes! Seems like it's going to be just you and me for a while. Well, yeah, whatever. Not that I want to be alone with you. In the first place, a teenage girl and boy alone under the same roof is just abnormal, right? In that case, should I leave as well? Huh? If you're feeling anxious, I wouldn't hesitate to lodge at my workplace for a while. Don't want to make you uncomfortable. No, you don't have to do that. Jeez, it's fine. Just don't think that'll let you get away with any funny business. 2 weeks isn't too long. If you find yourself unbearably anxious, I recommend simply holding up in your room until the others return. I'm sure you'll be able to handle a little solitary confinement. I said it's fine. It's fine, so just, shut up already! Wish we could find a bootleg of DVD Space Cats that actually has some of the missing episodes. The ones with the missing episodes were probably produced earlier. More likely earlier than later. They would have been actual VHS rips, instead of rips from YouTube as seen as on his bootleg DVD. At this point, the Akazukin Cha-Cha English dub is easier to find than Lost Space Cats in any language. Yeah, you brought up that suggestion earlier, just going to random thrift stores, buying random VHS tapes, and just watching whatever might be on them, if even anything was on these tapes. But the likeliness of actually finding anything Space Cats related would be very low, but I could probably imagine it wouldn't be 0. She scuttles around the courtyard, keeping low and hugging the wall like a cockroach, shooting cautious glances all around her. Even for her, this is fishy behavior. In particular, the black cat riding her head adds a distinctly surreal flavor. I'm sincerely glad the girl was born well past the witch-hunting era. I decided to observe in an effort to determine our objective. Quiet down, kitty meow. I'm telling you, this isn't the time. What's she even doing up at this hour? I did once observe her heading for the sea around this time, but I'm pretty sure she was looking for a cat. And at the moment, the animal in question is firmly perched on top of her head. In other words, there's something else going on here. Perhaps. This strange behavior might not be the usual Michiru. I don't mean that in the figurative sense. Maybe the other Michirus emerged. The exact nature of this little ceremony is unclear to me, but she's wandering around the area restlessly making weird noises. The girl's never exactly normal, but this is particularly odd. Might it be the other one after all? Michiru, my friend. Impressive vertical. Michiru jerks up into the air with a shriek of surprise, retreating a good meter in a single bound. Kamizami Yuji, why are you here? Right back at you, Michiru. What are you doing up at this hour? Kazami Yuji, you know. I wanted to feel the wind in my hair, so I came out here, yeah. There's no wind today. Just kidding. Okay then, I got cramp school, so bye. Cramp school at 5 in the morning? Very zealous. What's the name of this early bird educational facility, if I might ask? The 5 a.m. seminar. You can call it IM-Sem for short, or maybe 5-NR. So that's a lie, right? That's a lie. Then what's really going on here? Nothing at all. It really is nothing at all, so, please, have mercy. Please leave. Well, this certainly isn't the normal Michiru, but it doesn't feel like the other one either. Don't tell me this is the arrival of Michiru 3. How big of you, Kazami-san? Take your leave of here at once. It's dangerous! You must make haste! Try telling me what's so dangerous. If I'm convinced, I'll do as you say. If an earthquake hit, it'd shake. Yeah, it'd shake like crazy. I mean, if we get an 8 on the Richter scale or something, it'll shake your socks off. That applies equally anywhere. Anything else? If a fire starts, it'd burn. All the old guys get all fired up. Fired up old guys as far as the eye can see. We're getting nowhere. I think it's time to explore alternate strategies. Let's try going straight to the point. Tell me why you're really out here and who you are. I'm me, of course. What are you even talking about? Jeez. Anyway, look. Arg! Good lord, she started spewing saliva in my general direction. Is this really the way young women act these days? Come on, you too, kitty meow! Sees this looks grateful waste of bodily fluids immediately, maggot. Even if the god of hydration forgives you, I never will. But I really want you gone! Her strong front quickly crumbles into a cramped, desperate grimace. The girl looks about ready to burst into tears. I suppose withdrawing would be the gentlemanly thing to do at this point. Or even slightly before it, honestly. Alright, understood. In that case, I'll be... Don't care. Just go. No pleasantries, no life! Alright then. See you later. I said no pleasantries! Idiot! But in the end, that behavior was simply too unnatural to ignore. I temporarily returned as far as the courtyard, but soon doubled back to observe Michiru from a distance. Beginning from a prostrate position, I advanced with the standard JSDF low crawl to the vicinity of my target. As if choosing a sniping point, I moved to a location that affords good visibility of the scene while providing me with optical cover. This should do nicely. Maybe reruns did happen in the US, but there's no information on it. I wouldn't even know how to begin looking myself. If I was intrigued enough, I wouldn't know where to start either. Always popping out at the worst possible times, I swear. Even if she wanders around complaining about me, Michiru's petting the cat on top of her head. An abnormally dexterous woman, if nothing else. Thank you for your patience, Michiru-sama. This pattern is interrupted by the unexpected arrival of Sachi. Does she have some knowledge of Michiru's secret purpose? Not so loud! I do apologize. Well then, I'll speak more quietly, regarding the item in question. How about that? Wait a sec. I need to take some deep breaths. The item? Seems to be a bartering session of some kind. I've heard that dedicated smugglers are a common phenomenon in prison. Does the same system exist in this school? Please calm yourself, Michiru-sama. Are you alright? I'm fine! Boss swell! Huh? Boss swell! Huh? Boss swell! Huh? Please calm yourself. You meant all's well, I believe. At the moment, you sound rather like a pink-collar worker relieving sexual frustration through firing off obscene words in rapid succession, in the manner of Kyoko's blog. Who the heck is Kyoko? I do apologize. I only happened upon the site in Sakaki-san's bookmark, so I can't comment on Kyoko's identity. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for making you show up so early. Please don't concern yourself. Fortunately, I was able to prepare the goods you requested. That a fact? Well then, shocking. To think I'd catch my own classmates red-handed. For the sake of their futures, it would be best to stop this now. Nice try, punks. An unregistered gun deal on my beat? You got some nerves. Hands behind your head and kneel. Yes! Sachi falls to her knees on the dirt as instructed. I walk up behind her and wedge her legs apart with my foot. Alright then, no funny business. Hold on. Why are you here? Didn't you leave? Silence. You're 10 years too young to be dabbling in black market weapon sales, you rank amateur. Hurry up and kiss the dirt. Who's doing what in the black market? Of course they're not selling weapons. But Sachi's obediently following my instructions, isn't she? Doesn't she always? Now that you mention it, so she does. But if guns aren't involved, that would leave a drug deal? Alright, a meth test seems warranted. Stay where you are while we wait for the kits. Prepare for a urine test. Yes. Don't agree to that. The answer is none of the above. We're not doing anything wrong. Is what she says true, Sachi? Yes. Michiru and Asai-sama and I were not conducting illegal business of any sort. Sorry about that. You can raise your head now. Yes. I was asked by Michiru-sama to purchase a certain magazine. What's more, the delivery was to be at exactly 5 AM on this very spot. You don't have to tell him that, okay? Buying a magazine? Surely you can handle that much on your own, Michiru. That's true, but, it seems she found it too awkward to purchase herself. What's awkward about it? Explain. Here we are, the items she requested. I take the magazine from Sachi. The cover is a nauseatingly sparkly abomination featuring the prominent headline, Beloved Beret Beautification, an outfit straight from the marvelous military. What is this thing? Okay, forget the rest for now. First things first, I need to annihilate this company. You're going to destroy it with your bare hands? That sounds about right. Bare-knuckle justice. Alright, Sachi, let's go. We're going to bring down that company with our fists. With our fists. Where do you think you're going? It's 5 in the friggin' morning! True. A lapse in judgment on my part. Well then, what's this rag supposed to be? Michiru asked my opinion on what sort of clothes Yuji would enjoy seeing a girl wear. I thought the matter over from many angles. My conclusion is you value practicality over design and apparel, Kazami-san. The military style is doubtless to your liking. Sachi? Not one more As we were aware that a magazine along those lines existed, I was sent to purchase it. In an attempt at secrecy, we decided on this early morning delivery. Yeah. But since Kazami-san himself has stopped by, I suppose the magazine itself is no longer necessary. We might as well ask directly and settle the matter for good. Yeah. Do you have preferences regarding female clothing? Not particularly. I see, Michiru-sama. Apparently he has no particular preferences. How very nice that you found your answer. Great. Thanks. So much. I have preparations for my trip that need attending to, so please excuse me. Her face bright red, Michiru bites her lower lip and quivers visibly. I don't quite understand the situation, but she also seems to be perspiring heavily. A stomachache, perhaps? Michiru, my friend. What is it? Oh, and before you ask, my stomach's just fine. That a fact? Yeah. Utter silence. Michiru refuses to even make eye contact. Let me ask you something. What now? What exactly is a beloved beret? Shut up already. How the heck am I supposed to know? It's not like I was looking at the magazine for your sake or as a reference or anything. That's totally not it. For real. Got it? The marvelous military, is it? I pick up the abandoned magazine and jot down the address of a certain rotten publisher with insufficient respect for the gravity of military affairs. A few hours thereafter, everyone who's leaving for summer vacation gathers in the courtyard outside the dorm. Okay then, Yuji, I'll leave the rest to you. We'll bring you lots of souvenirs, Oni-chan. I'm good with any kind of yatsuashi, as long as it isn't cinnamon. Yeah, you're so freaking noisy, Bottle Blonde. Hey Makina, we're about to leave. Don't go starting a fight now. It's not my fault. This girl keeps harping over and over about the friggin' cinnamon. Come on, I'm not harping. Was it really that annoying? No biggie. Alright then, we're gonna get going while the going's good. Watch your back out there. I know it'll be lonely, but do try to be brave. After throwing a kiss, the girl saunters off. Makina follows in her wake, the remora to Amane's shark. Well then, I'm about to take my leave as well. Did that magazine prove useful? Yeah, super helpful. Sure. So yeah, it's all good. Hurry up and enjoy your trip. Hurry up? I see. Michiru-sama, if cleaning your room proves troublesome, please feel free to contact me. Akamuni Sachi shall immediately rush back on a temporary basis to beautify your room, then return once more to resume my vacation. Too hurried. You don't need to do that, okay? Take it easy. Easy! Certainly. I'll be on my way now. Naturally, I will be return-bearing gifts. Not to worry, Sakaki. I don't need any souvenirs. Don't be rude. Even I have the common sense to purchase a few knickknacks. What kind of souvenirs did you get, Yumiko? What do you mean, what kind? Perfectly normal ones. A glow-in-the-dark skeleton keychain or something of the sort. Sounds pretty normal. I told you so. No need to worry. I'll bring you back a nice tapestry. Well then. Michiru, your room was pretty dreary, come to think of it. That's so not true. Don't go trying to decorate my room with a tapestry. Probably just one of those weird triangular flag things I sell in tourist traps. Weird? Just for future reference, Michiru, most people refer to triangular flag things as pennants. 6 for Matsushima-san. Alright. Well then, goodbye. Good for you. Sakaki's got a kind side, doesn't she? Seems like she's going to buy you one more than requested. I really shouldn't have just blurted out the first thing that came to mind. Alright, might as well head back to the dorm. We'll be alone for a while, but there's no reason that I had to disrupt our normal route. When I turned my gaze on Michiru, I discovered that her cheeks are flushed in an alarming shade of red. Running a temperature, perhaps. What's wrong? Again with the sudden fevers? You should really consider seeing a doctor. No, I'm fine. Yeah, you're right. Business as usual. Buh. Best regards. Fine? Really? You're acting pretty strangely considering... I'm not strange. Okay then. I'll be heading back to my room now. Bye-bye. With those words, Michiru clumped off into the dorm in a repeated fermentation goose-stepping march. At the time, I thought it was a fairly casual conversation, but that was a misjudgment on my part. Michiru spent the rest of the day holed up in her room. That wasn't too alarming, but the exact same thing happened the next day. Struck me as odd, still. I figured the girl had her reasons. In the end, Michiru didn't even show her face until a little afternoon on the third day. Third day. I'm lounging around reading a young adult novel by the name of Bun Bun Donquina when I spot Michiru out of the corner of my eye. She's hovering awkwardly at the edge of the lobby. Her voice is too quiet for an attempt at getting my attention. Perhaps I should just ignore her? Then again, she's finally left her room for the first time in days, so I suppose basic social etiquette would dictate approaching her on my own initiative. What's wrong, Michiru? Need something? My greeting was somewhat abrupt, but Michiru responds with an instant shriek of rejection. Pretty impressive reflexives. I see. In that case, I'll return to my reading. Ah, no, that's not it. If she's got something to say, why not just spit it out? It's never easy with this girl. After 3 full days shut up in her room, this is all she has to say? What's her deal, anyway? Not that I really care, so long as she doesn't interrupt my reading. I find the page where I left off and return to the world of fiction. but soon enough I'm empathetically ejected from that pleasant refuge. Specifically, she slaps the book out of my hands. I could have dodged, but decided it best to allow the girl to do what she pleases. Excuse me, what on earth are you thinking? At the moment, I'm thinking about picking up the book that just fell to the floor. Oh, please. That's obviously not what I'm talking about. What was that attitude just now? Seriously, are you an idiot? Or just completely full of yourself? Who died and made you emperor? Maybe you've discovered your inner penguin? Planning to wander off across the Antarctic ice to find yourself a mate? You finally show yourself. I'd really like to know who you are at this time. How many times do I have to say this before you're satisfied? I'm me. Mind if I sit there? Michiru points next to where I'm sitting, then roughly drops down before I can say a word in response. Her, you don't like that, then how about this too? Attitude reminds me of a combined forces assault. In any case, Yuji-kun, you really don't understand the female heart, do you? This sounds like it's going to be a lengthy discussion. Maybe I should make some coffee first? Not needed. I got some news for you. The girl practiced in her room dozens of times just so she could call out to you just now. And in the end, she was too tense to say a word. Do you understand why? Insufficient effort on her part, clearly. Guess she'd better practice more. Wrong. Totally wrong. Don't be ridiculous. She got unbelievably nervous. Her heart started racing and her mouth wouldn't move. Why feel nervous at this point? We're hardly strangers and we already cleared up the unpleasantness between us. Surely there's nothing to feel awkward about. Maybe that's how it is for you, but the same doesn't apply to her. This is exactly why I'm saying you don't have the first clue about the workings of the female heart. I really don't think that's true. No matter how I put it, it seems you're incapable of understanding. Let's try getting right to the point instead. I'll give it to you in one shot, so listen very carefully, alright? Fine, spare me the attitude and just say it already. After a light snap of the fingers, Michiru earnestly rests a hand on top of my thigh. I want you to date this girl. Date, eh? You'll need to elaborate. I don't understand why I should go on a date with you. Listen to what I'm saying. Not me, this girl, you understand? Good, so are you willing to ask her out? So not this Michiru right now, like the one we're talking to, like the pseudo tsundere one that's just like, I don't know. So not this one, but the other one? Why do I have to go on a date with Michiru? And even if I did have some obligation along those lines, I don't understand why it matters that I proposed the idea. You don't? You really don't understand. Come on, seriously? An expression of genuine surprise on her face, Michiru peers into my eyes. It's because this girl is embarrassed and scared. She doesn't know how she'd face you if you refused her. What, she's never been turned down before? More like she's never tried to date before, at the very least. Not even once in the time I've been watching her. Therefore, you need to invite her. I refuse. Huh? Why? Why do you get to decide this? If Michiru really wants me to date her, she can try saying so herself. Moving things along while she isn't there strikes me as meddling. After all this explaining, you still don't get it? Your head really is made of rock. You think? Personally, I think holding a conversation with something like you demonstrates a fair degree of mental flexibility. Oh, shut up. You really love the sound of your own voice, don't you? Yes, I get the picture. Is that how it is? I see. Michiru stands from her seat and flaps her hands around in an exaggerated gesture of exasperation. You really are an utter pain in the neck. Not sure if you're one to be talking, little Miss Trouble. Keeping the thought to myself, I pick up the fallen paperback book and search for the page I'd left off on. Previously, Michiru told me she found a frightening problem solved behind her back. I'm not about to start agreeing to the secret plans for her benefit. Running my eyes along the printed lines, I return to enjoying the story. But after a little while, I once again feel the gaze of a certain someone on my face. Stare. Hey! Her voice clearly came out louder and higher in pitch than she expected. With a surprised little start, she takes it from the top. Hey. What's wrong, the usual, Michiru? The usual? That's right. I'm the usual, Michiru. It's not like I'm nervous or anything. Not quite what I meant, but whatever. Hey, so, you're free, right? You've got time on your hands, right? I flap the book of my hand in her general direction. I'm reading. That's not what I meant. Come on, you have time, right? You're bored. You're reading because you're bored, right? Not really. You do know I enjoy books, right? Even if I were to run out of reading material and find myself with nothing else to do, I'd be perfectly content rereading a book from the beginning. Okay, let me ask this another way. Are you crazy busy right now? Got so much on your plate? Unbelievably instant kill busy? I'm having a hard time imagining how one could become busy to the point of instant death, but either way, I can't say my plate is particularly full at the moment. I know, right? Yeah, of course. I kinda thought you'd say that, yeah? Makes sense. As a matter of fact, I'm not busy myself. If anything, I'm actually bored. Isn't this amazing? For us two not-so-busy people to meet in this wide, wide world, it's a miracle, don't you think? Sure, that's nice. Alright, I'm going to get back to my book now. Hold on a second. That's what I was saying, okay? The point is, we happen to be alone in the dorm together, and we're miraculously non-busy, so... You know, maybe we should try doing something different from usual, don't you think? Maybe? Not necessary. Alright, I'm getting back to my book now. Wait, hold on, look! I'm saying, you know, come on. Okay, no good. This is no good. Huh? Fine, I'm going to bed. I'm just gonna go back to bed now. Michiru's so transparently desperate that I can't help feeling a little sympathy. I suppose it couldn't hurt to play along with the girls' games. Hold on. I think you know I do a regular training course every morning, but tomorrow I was thinking about doing a little running later on as well. What do you think? Want to come along on a little afternoon marathon? Yes, I'll go! A fearsomely rapid response. No, it's not like I want to go or anything, but... Oh yeah, better check my schedule first. I might have plans or something. Michiru turns her back to me, begins rustling around furtively. You got a day planner on you? Shut up, you! Keep your eyes to yourself. I'm busy checking my schedule right now. Mind if I take a look? Yes, I mind. Just wait for a while. I'm checking! Michiru pretends to tap buttons on a calculator. Apparently this is our idea of what checking a schedule involves. Managed to adjust your schedule? Any conflicting appointments? Nope. I see. In that case, be in front of the school gate at 1 in the afternoon tomorrow. I'll take you along with me. Woo! Yeah. Okay, sure. Don't think I'll let you get away with being late. Not that I mean I won't let you get away, in like a sappy sense. I meant, you know, be on time or I'll make you pay, that's all. Don't get the wrong idea. Fine, sure, whatever. Since you're begging, I guess there's no helping it at all. Michiru. I don't recall begging. Shh. No need to say anything more, alright? That was close. What was close? Just leave it, okay? Guess there's no helping it, so I'll come tomorrow, okay? Bye now. And so it was agreed that Michiru would join in my training. I was planning a fairly long-distance course, though. Wonder if she'll be alright. I did it! A date! Also, I don't remember saying a word about a date. I guess this is close enough? The next day, I get out of bed at 4:45 a.m. as usual, and after some quick preparations, head outside for my early morning jog. I don't know if... Well, it's summer, so maybe the sun could be up, fully up at 4:45 a.m.? I mean, it might be. Yeah, so the date where they're gonna run a marathon, Michiru's calling it a date, usually never explicitly uses the word date. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. So anyone who dropped by, thanks for doing so. Okay, I should hit save. Okay, what did Michiru do? I'll just quickly see. Guess it's nothing worth worrying about. At my normal time, I run my normal distance at my normal pace. Nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. But such regularity is precisely the point of a routine course like this. So there's Yuji's quick morning run. So yeah, I'm gonna make my save here right now. And then I'll just end the stream at this point. So next stream we're gonna get to see how Yuji and Michiru